Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. So good to see you all here today and starting off our new week together. You know, I'm always kind of thinking, what are we going to focus on today? Not because we need something different every time we meditate, but because things just come to mind. And it's nice to have a toolbox full of different things we can focus on when we're working with our meditation time, because sometimes our mind figures out the last tool we were using and bypasses it somehow very cleverly. So it's always good to have something. One of the things I was thinking about this morning, or the thing I was thinking about um, this morning for our time together, was this statement my mom would say while I was growing up. And we had different affirmations all over the house that were taped up. And I still do that today. I've got a couple taped on my bathroom mirror. And one of them talked about this concept of the peace that passes understanding, the peace that passes understanding. And when I was in the youth group of my church growing up, we would sing a song that when I've got the peace that passes understanding down in my heart. And I'm not sure I knew what it meant, but I liked the feel of it. I liked how it sounded. The peace that passes understanding, the peace that comes without, the pain of life, without, not that I necessarily knew what that was when I was a kid, um, but there was something about that concept that I was attracted to. And I have come a few years since then. Um, I understand that differently. I understand that there's life that happens and ups and downs and things that we want that are wonderful and things that we don't want that are not so great according to our measuring stick that we have of good and bad and desires and aversions. Um, and as I've worked with that concept differently, um, I believe it's a lifelong process to work toward an inner peace that passes understanding, that passes like, why aren't you upset about what's happening in the news? And why aren't you so elated about whatever else is going on? And, the ups and downs of life that are a roller coaster, even if we like the ups. I am not a roller coaster person, but I definitely like the up part of the roller coaster more than the down part when the few times I have ridden on roller coasters. And there's a piece that is beyond both of those. If we are going up, we're going to come down. That is just the fact of life, and it's not a negative view of life. It is what it is. Even if something, let's say, I got a new car couple years ago now, and I was so excited about it. It's a convertible, and I love it. I love having the sun shine on me while I'm driving around. I love having the openness of the top being down and all of that. And it's hot out here right now. So I'm driving around with the top closed on my car, and it's not quite as fun to drive. So where's that novelty? Where's that excitement of like, oh, I gotta ride with the top down all the time? There's it just changes. Even the good things, even if they remain pretty good, they're maybe not always as amazing as they are the first the first little while we enjoy that. Relationships are like that. Everything is like that. And so part of having a peace that passes understanding, a peace that is removed from whatever's going on the outside of us, is finding that center and being there and having the trust, the presence to just be in that peacefulness. And it belongs to us. It is our innate right, our innate quality to have access to that peace within ourselves. but it's our job to tap into that. And this is what we do every Monday morning is we tap into that. But I just like to kind of put it in a different light sometimes and help us have a different focus, have a different experience of that center that we talk about all the time. We're just going to work with that peace that passes understanding, which means I'm okay if things are going my way right now, and I'm okay if they aren't. I'm okay if something difficult is happening that I have to walk through. I still have to walk through it. Peace that passes understanding doesn't mean we avoid life or we avoid those down parts of life, but it means that we're unaffected. We know we're okay no matter what. We know we're going to make it through no matter what. And that is that is the peace that passes understanding, even if we're trying to understand it today a little bit. We're trying to embrace it. But it's just, I'm okay. I'm okay no matter what. I invite you to even think about those things in your life right now that may be going your way and that you're okay if they weren't going your way. It's nice that they're going your way, but it doesn't make you who you are. It doesn't take away from your beingness, from your presence. And if things aren't going your way in some areas, and maybe some areas are going great and other areas are like, oh, not so great. It's all it's all okay. You're okay. Take yourself out of those situations on the outside and touch in on the inside and feel that okayness. And that's what we're going to focus on today when our minds wander to the not okay places, or when our minds wander to the, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this places. You just say, that's nice, but that's not who I am. Neither one of those sides is who I am. I am that presence right within my heart. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths to tune into that center within you. And as you exhale from those breaths, just let everything go. We are tuning into our Monday morning meditation time that we've created together. The space in our homes or work places and the space together. I invite you to focus on your heart right now. Just feel it or imagine it beating in the center of your chest. Just at a beautiful, natural pace. Let your breathing be at a natural pace. If you'd like to focus on the quick breath, feel free to do that to help synchronize the heart, the breathing, the body, the mind. Breathing into the count of 4 Breathing out to the count of 4. And if you can imagine as you're doing that breathing and counting, let the air come right through your heart. Breathing that air in through that heart center and breathing out everything else out the back. When we focus on the breath to help us during our meditation time, it's calming the body and focusing the mind. When we have a focal point, and in this case, it's our breathing, it corrals the mind and it's jumping from one thought to the next. It gives it one thing to focus on. And it helps us let go of everything else in our lives, in our world right now, at this time. We bring our attention, our focus, our awareness to this self, this heart. And let your breath just settle to its own wisdom, its own pace. And let your attention be in that heart space, away from the head, away from the thoughts. We don't work to stop the thoughts. We just notice them as they're floating by, but let our attention be feeling that heart. If it helps to focus on your breathing through that, in through the chest, that air coming in through the heart and out the back, and let that continue to be your focus. Or if you really zero in on that heart, you can sense its beating. Maybe you can hear it, maybe you can feel it. It helps to put your hand on where your heart is. Perhaps you can feel it beating through the sternum. We're just focusing on that center, that place where there is peace that passes understanding. There is peace beyond all the ups and downs, all the roller coasters of the world. And that has nothing to do with us right now. Right now, none of that is affecting us at all. It doesn't mean that roller coasters don't have effects in the world, but it's beyond our need of focus. It's beyond our control. It's beyond who we are. It's not who we are. In fact, it's very far from who we are right here, right now, in this heart center. And the mind and even the nervous system can try to make us feel like we need to worry about something, like it's very, very important that we worry about something, try to figure it out, or try to protect ourselves, or do something. The nervous system is the child of our bodies. It has its knowledge and wisdom to run the physical body, but it also is like a child, and it's quick to be afraid, quick to be unruly. And our job is just to say, it's okay, it's okay. I'm right here with you. We say to our childlike nervous system, I'm right here with you. We're just going to relax. We're going to feel that peace of our heartbeat. Just bring those thoughts back to the heart, back to the breath, back to the air moving, the breath moving into the chest, into the heart, and out the back as we exhale. If you notice any tension in the body, just give it permission to relax. Shoulders, neck. If it's helpful, you can even say the word peace to yourself. But let it be said in your heart instead of in your mind. Feel that word peace in your heart. And it's such a helpful practice to feel this peace inside, and not just one time or once a week, but tapping into it whenever you find yourself on the roller coaster throughout your day. Just come back to this place of peace. This is where we find our clarity so that we don't get lost in the highs or the lows, but we maintain our presence through all of it. There's enough going on in the world, there's enough to do in our lives that it's not helpful to lose ourselves in those ups and downs. But we find our clarity, our wisdom, our guidance in that place of peace. And from that place of peace, we walk through whatever might be before us with ease and grace, with dignity and peace. You can continue your meditation time. Right now, I invite you to do so. Stay in that place of peace, bringing yourself back to the breath, to the heart. And if you need to go about your day, feel that place of peace moving with you, being in you, and tap into it as often as you remember, today and every day. Thank you for joining me today, as always. I am so grateful to have this time together, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye-bye.